Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going through a series of my own video presentations for the Rankin Technical College AWD, Application and Web Development 1111 .NET Framework with Web Databases class. I have started my own series of presentations on the textbook for the class, which is ASP.NET MVC with Entity Framework and CSS by Naylor. I'm in the middle of Chapter 4, and I tried to do this enabling code first migrations, and when I tried to enable it like this, and I had to change mine to BS2, but when I tried, it gave me an error message. I've been trying to look for ways to fix this, and one way that I found online said that when this happens, move the connection string down to the bottom right before the end of the configuration section and try it again. That did nothing. So I looked online here under a Microsoft site, and they said disable, then re-enable the configuration. So I had to look at how to do that. All right, and that got me to here, which told you how you could do it. All right, so I ended up with this command. I don't know if this is going to work, but I just wanted to show you where I was. So enable my migration, setting it to false. So I'm going to copy this. The problem with all this stuff is I'm a software person, and I'm getting into more, not exactly of hardware, but of the side of things that I don't typically do. All right, so try to put this in here and paste, but I don't want to hit enter. Enable migrations minus enable false minus context name. So I'm going to try that. Now it says to do this with the minus force parameter. And I've read things online that say you probably shouldn't use that, but I'm going to try it anyway. Minus force. And it still is throwing this exception. Well, I'm going to come back and try to do that enable migrations command again. Put a minus force on there. See if I get the same error message. I don't like this because, again, I'm trying to force something that's not happening naturally. It's probably not the best of ideas. Still giving me the error. Well, what now if I add my migration and I put a minus force over that? Still getting the error. So you can see the problem that I'm running into here. This command is supposed to create a new file in the migrations folder with a name in the format of timestamp, the initial database, etc. And again, I'm thinking that the reason I may be getting that error, as I mentioned before, is it gave me those files here, but it didn't give me a database. All right, it's got store context, and I'm wondering if that's what's screwing it up. Looking at this migration history. So that timestamp file is not getting created. Well, of course, as you'd guess, this is not a good thing. So can we show the table data in here? There was the initial create from yesterday. But I'm not getting one from today. And that's part of my problem. Wow, that's a big name. Sheesh. And this could mean a lot of things. It could mean that when I was reading, I skipped a step. It could mean a whole lot of things in here. I'm at a loss for what to do next. Wonder if that could be doing something. Boy, oh boy. Let's try just for the heck of it. Well, you can see the problem. Even trying to force it in here, it's not working. It's not creating a new file here, and it never created a new database there. Okay? I think it would have been because I have on 2 lines. Heck, you never know. That'd be something else if that was what the problem was. But I can't imagine that's going to change anything. So, going back again, I'm going backwards instead of forwards here. That's not the A. So it says migrations have been enabled. Alright. But when we came in next and tried to do our add migration, this is where I got that error. And it doesn't tell me any way of fixing the error. It says the entry store context has already been added. Now it tells us we're supposed to upgrade the seed method next. I have no idea. But I am going to try this. I may rue the day that I do this, but okay, so I've got a copy, so that'll be the original. I'm going to open this up, this BS2 migrations, and I'm going to go back to the book. See, I'm skipping steps now. I hate doing that. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've got my namespace, and under my namespace, I'm going to put in all of the stuff that is shown here. No, that's not. I'm glad I didn't do that. That's not what I want to do. Okay. This is the file, the migrations file right here. Alright, so nice. Let's copy that to the clipboard. Come back in here. I'm going to remove everything that's in here up until the bottom. So that's all that's in here right now. I'm going to replace that with, starting with this, and then I'm going to go on here because that was on, I only got part of the page in there. So I'm going to go on to the next page to right here. It should be all of that. Okay. Alright, as you can see, it's giving me just a boatload of errors. Okay, well, there it went away. Okay, I'm going to save that, and now I'm going to try to do my update minus database. The problem is I don't think that this is going to work, and I don't think that this is going to work because I don't have that other file in my migrations, but we're going to try it anyway just to see what happens when we do. Well, that's kind of what I figured. Okay, once again, I'm going to try to track this down and come back with it. Alright, so I'm back, and one thing that I did do, I'd forgotten all about this, was I went back over here and I refreshed, and I found out I do have Baby Store and Baby Store 2 over here. Alright, so there's Baby Store 2. It is there, so my question is, I'm going to grab this file right here that I've got, this configuration.cs, and I'm going to rename it. And then this one, which was my original one here, I'm going to rename that one just configuration. Alright, now this FFF that I just put up here, I really don't even need this anymore. This is the configuration file. Not sure why I'm getting any kind of errors there, but I am, as you can see. Alright, so now I'm going to go back again, and with the right file up, hopefully the right database active. See, it looks like I have no tables here, which isn't good, but let's see what happens. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting more errors now or not, but I'm going to go back and try the whole process all over again. So let's close the package manager, and then let's reopen it. And they say to use View, Other Windows, and go to Package Manager Console from there. I don't know if it might work. Yeah, okay, clear it. All right. So, enable dash migrations minus context type name babystore.dal.store context. Whoops, and it says the project failed to build. Yeah, because I put Baby Store and it should have been BS2. I know that. No, my guess is that failed to build. Oh my goodness. And that could be because of these errors that I have in here. I don't know. Probably should never have taken that original file. Oh, now it looks like it's okay. Alright, so let's do a rebuild solution. I'm getting a bunch of errors here. And close that file. That FF file, I'm just going to remove that. And try one more time to build rebuild solution. Looks much better. Alright, so again I'm going to come in and view other windows and try to go to the package manager from there. Try to put that same command up again. It says they've already been enabled. To overwrite the existing migrations configuration, use the -force parameter. So I'm going to go back and check this online. Using code first. Well, this is what I want to do right here, and this is the problem that I'm having. Can I just say enable migrations? See, and that's the one that I did. That is the one that I want. It's not even shown in there. Trying to figure out how to use that -force option that's in there. You can see the kind of luck that I'm having. I can try it again. -force. When I did this before, that's when I got the error. It was throwing the exception. Oh. The file has changes that have been changed internally. Do you want to reload it? Sure. Darn it. And it did not build this. Maybe I should have said no. I don't know. I'm getting the same doggone error. So let's try no to all. It doesn't appear to matter one way or the other. It's not building that file for me. See, I thought that the problem was that it wasn't recognizing the new database here. Alright, so you notice here I've got tables, etc. And here this is empty. I think that's in here. It's not. I don't think that's going to be in here either. No. So there's nothing in here that references the baby store file. This method will be called after migrating to the latest version. You can use the add or update, etc. Well, the only thing I can think of doing, and I have no idea if this is going to do anything, but I'm going to save all. I'm going to do a file, and I'm going to exit, and I'm going to start Visual Studio up again and bring the project up again, which hopefully will force a new version of the package manager to come up here. Alright, so okay, so I'm back in there, and again I want to make sure that here I am running the, I don't know how to force that to be my active database. Let's refresh this. Okay, hopefully that'll do it, but I don't know. So I'm starting this all over again, and I'm going to attempt to do this with an enable minus migrations minus context type name bs2.dal.store context. Hit enter. Again, it says they've already been enabled. To overwrite this, try using the force parameter, which I tried, minus force. Now it says this file, this configuration.cs, has unsaved changes inside this editor and has been changed externally. But then I get this message, and I appeared to get that message even if I said no. Let's close this file. Alright, so I'm going to close that. In fact, I'm going to just, I'll keep that open. I'm going to try that again. And when I do that, I just get that it threw this exception. And if I go on and I try to do my add migration, I get the same error. This is what I started to look at before, so okay, hi, I have a solution that has 3 products. One of them probably is the Dell. The author says, my problem was solved by disabling it and then enabling back migrations. So what I'm wondering is, can I go in here and literally type in disable dash migrations? Of course, what do I get? All red, telling me that for lack of better words, it's not recognized. Okay. So how do you do that? That's the same error I'm getting. Since you're using the library, please have a try use command. Okay. Add migration minus first. That's project name. Again, how do you disable and then enable migrations? Okay, this looks like it's promising. So there's add migration, drop database, remove migration, removes the last migration. So let's try that. It says it's not. The exact same command that they show right there. Unless I spelled it wrong, which I did not think I did. Remove migration. It's not taking it. It says it's not a recognized command. And right here, it's saying that it is a recognized command. Install the EF Core Manager. Well, let's try to install that and see what happens. I may be going from bad to worse here, so I apologize in advance. Could not install package. You are trying to install this package that targets that, and it does not contain anything. Fantastic. If I could just find out what that error was. See, I'm trying. Then I did that. Saying here that the problem is in web config, which is totally possible. Simply right-clicking on the project, set as startup project. So that fixed it for that person. Doggone it. Well, again, I think what I'll try to do is literally grab everything that came after I tried to put that error in, which was right here. Tried to do the add migration. In fact, I'm going to grab everything that's here from the start, which was enable migrations. And I tried doing that and doing it with a force, so I'm going to grab all of this information. This is the way I oftentimes debug. So that's all of it. Copy it to the clipboard, take it, throw it out here, and start to look through it. You'll notice it's not terrible. It's only about 60 lines, but so I did that. It says they'd already been enabled. To overwrite the existing migrations, use the minus force. I tried doing that. says the entry store context has already been added. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to reread the chapter and very quickly reread the chapters before it, see if I can figure out what the problem is. Take it from there.